Time to check in on the Patriots' new quarterback, Cam Newton. We can't go a day at training camp without talking about Cam these days. I'm Sierra Goodwill, joined by Evan Lazar outside of Gillette Stadium. No pads for the Patriots on Wednesday. How did Cam look?
Well, he went 10 for 18 in team drills today, Sierra, as you mentioned, no pads. So these are 75% speed, maybe. We're not talking about live game reps. But I think the one thing that you continue to see is that the flashes are there, right? He makes great downfield throws to N'Keal Harry, or makes a great downfield throw to one of his running backs like he did today with Rex Burkhead in the back of the end zone on a wheel route for a touchdown. But then there are also the inconsistencies that are sort of happening more often than those flash highlight plays. So right now, getting consistent production out of the entire offense is really what's holding this unit back to being what I think could be a very prolific offensive team. So with Cam, I think the main thing is that there are just some little communication issues. He had a couple of different ones with rookie tight end Dalton Keene, the interception. He thought Keene was going to look for her back shoulder. Keene was bending the route up the seam a little bit inside, and the ball ends up going behind Keene and right into the hands of Terrence Brooks for an interception. So those are the types of plays that we see out there. Very coachable moments. Every single time something like that happens, you see Cam talking it through with the receiver, whether it's Mohamed Sanu or N'Keal or Julian Edelman or whoever the case may be. He's always working with those guys in terms of their communication. So I think it's just a little bit off right now for Cam today, but mainly it's those highlights that continue to pop that you say, okay, there's something there with this offense. We just have to have it all come together.
Cam also spoke to the media after practice today, and one of the main themes I took out of it was his chemistry with his teammates has really come a very far way in a short amount of time. He talked a lot about the energy in the locker room, the positive vibes out on the practice field, how he's tried to make an individual connection with all the players in terms of individual handshakes and nicknames and stuff like that. What stood out to you from Cam's press conference today?
Well, just piggybacking off of that, Sierra, people are vibing with Cam Newton right now down here. The locker room is
he's more relatable maybe than Tom Brady to his teammates.
To the younger guys especially, and obviously they come from similar backgrounds and have similar life experiences, so all of that definitely helps a lot too. And I think that what you're seeing here is that from the dancing to the energy to the big screams that he lets out when he has a good play out there, they're not afraid to be a little bit more, vocal right now and have it. I don't want to use the word fun, but we can use the word fun, have a little bit more fun at times. And I think that that's really what we're seeing with Cam Newton is a looser Patriots team where it's not just all business 100% of the time, or 10% of the time, only 100% now or something like that, right? So the other thing that I really took away from him, though, is this creative process that he's going through with Josh McDaniels and Jed Fish. I asked him about it. How is that going? They're adapting the playbook to you. I can see that out there on the practice field. How is that experience? How is that conversation going? And I think the back and forth between him, Fish, and McDaniels, I would love to be a fly in the room with that whiteboard, right, where they're standing and they're drawing up all the different plays that we're seeing out at practice, just the inklings that we're seeing out at practice. Wait till week 1 when they actually unveil the entire plan. So I'm sure that those meetings are really awesome to sit in on. And I know that Cam is pulling from every kind of corner of Foxborough, of Gillette Stadium, the quarterback room, obviously, the wide receiver room, experience with Julian Edelman being back, James White, obviously someone that has been a big sounding board for Cam, and of course the coaches themselves. So a lot of hands on deck trying to teach Cam the playbook and get everything up to speed. But I love the back and forth that each side is willing to kind of meet in the middle on certain things and see the field the same exact way, because he's not Tom Brady and this is not the same offense that we've seen over the last 20 years.
Yeah, definitely seems like there's a lot of collaboration from Newton and the coaches. He called the experience so far therapeutic, learning this offense and building it together. So very cool stuff out of Cam today. For all your Patriots training camp coverage, you can find it on our website at clnsmedia.com and subscribe to our YouTube channel over at Patriots Press Pass.
Patriots Training Camp Central is brought to you by Manscaped. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code MAXWELL20 at manscaped.com. Take your grooming game to the next level.